Anyway.
So, there was an adventure that happened.
Yay.
A group of brave adventurers traveled through the land, defeating evil, uncovering conspiracies, and making a decent profit all the while. A party came forth that cleared out what evils meant to take the Wave Echo Cave and the Forge of Spells. And that party, in the meanwhile, found what might be their next great adventure. That would be, they found a map to the Mines of Madness, which is, of course, the last known location of the Forever Stone. Now, before we begin, I'd like to, because this is technically a new adventure, and because your characters have evolved in certain ways, I'd like to go around one more time and just introduce everyone, and get everyone to introduce themselves, so we can get an idea of your characters and what they are and what they may have become. So who would like to begin?
Do you want our real names too?
If you feel comfortable doing so, then whatever.
Okay. My real name is Adele. I am playing a gnome rogue named Gilly. I have a history as a circus performer, but that worked out really poorly for me and my troupe. We went our separate ways, and now I'm making a living where I can.
Oh, I'm Dakota. I'm playing Carrion, a tiefling fighter, who I think was basically just a hired sword before this, and kind of still is. And I have not changed a whole lot. I have a cooler sword now, and...
Well, you've certainly gained a lot of accoutrements.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. I'm like a human Swiss Army knife at this point, which is kind of neat.
Swiss Army knife.
A tiefling Swiss Army knife. And I am now a member of the Lord's Alliance, which gives me more authority to smash things than ever before.
I am Mike. I am playing Dandy, a gnome druid who enjoys dandelion tea, being a bear, and long romantic walks in the forest.
Oh. I'm Trowel. I'm Greg, and I'm playing Trowel.
Is there really any difference?
There is no difference. I'm a cleric wood elf, and essentially, my deity's Saloon, but I don't really listen to it anymore because I walked into a cave, found a demon library, stole some crap, and I've been slowly becoming more and more evil. My next goal is to animate a corpse.
Good to have goals.
Aspirations.
So, you have come to the Mines of Madness in search of the Forever Stone, a powerful artifact rumored to have many great powers, first among them, the power to grant eternal life. According to half-forgotten lore, the stone was hidden from the world long ago by evil wizards and greedy dwarves who coveted its power. They are said to have perished in an orgy of magic and bloodshed after turning on one another. You don't expect all the rumors to be true, but one thing is certain. Over the years, many adventurers have tried to claim the Forever Stone, but none have succeeded. To survive the Mines of Madness would be a feather in the cap of any adventurer, but to retrieve the Forever Stone would catapult you into the annals of awesomeness. And so here you are, on the brink of greatness, ready to descend into the depths in search of glory, infamy, and immortality. Now, I assume that you've been attempting to do some research before you've come here. So I'd like each of you to roll an intelligence check to see if you've discovered any lore before this. I would also like to take a quick moment just to announce that I may have made this clear to you already, but just to make sure again that you know this. This is not a forgiving dungeon, and I will not be running this in a forgiving way. So this may very well be your party's last outing. May very well be your greatest success. It all comes down to skill, intelligence, and maybe a little bit of luck.
I'm gonna die young and pretty, it's fine.
I'm gonna die with the zombie lord.
We've almost been killed by lesser things.
I have them.
I'm hoping for like 20 owlbears.
I apparently need coffee.
16
coffee?
No, I'm just...
Oh, I got an 18. Since when do I know stuff?
No,
yeah, same.
In total?
What?
In total, you got 18s?
I got a 16.
Plus wisdom, is it wisdom?
Plus intelligence.
Oh, then it's a 17.
I'm straight 16. I have no modifier.
Alright,
10?
I tried. Why am I'm not supposed to be the smart one here. This is dangerous.
Maybe you're just really
I
excited
rolled
about
a
your new
4.
job.
Yay.
All right.
Stayed up all night.
Unfortunately, the truth about the Minds of Madness has remained clouded through the annals of history, and you've not discovered anything that you feel is reliable
Have we
information.
discovered anything that's not reliable?
I mean, you heard that maybe it's filled with, like, magic gold, and gold that, like, turns into bears, and then you have to fight the bears, and then if you beat up the bears, then they turn into gold bears.
That sounds amazing. Let's do it.
Can we befriend the money bears?
I would like to marry a money bear.
Can he become a money bear after he sees one?
Life goals.
Who knows? All right, now.
Yeah, I think I was thinking of the wrong kind of bear.
So you have made your way to the entrance of the Mines of Madness. It is really pretty simple. You've come to what is almost an outcropping of rocks that is clearly indicative of greater caverns beneath. You're stand outside it now. The main entrance, simple, almost inconspicuous in just being a simple mine entrance. You also see an outhouse about 30 feet away. What would you like to do?
Let's open the outhouse. Yeah.
A ramshackle wooden outhouse stands about 30 feet away from the entrance of the mine. Carved into the door are the words, "Keep out!" in common.
Let's open it.
You open the door.
Oh, did we open the door?
I checked for traps.
Okay. So you're all just walking next to the outhouse?
Well, okay,
I mean,
when I think of an
it's-
outhouse,
I'll
is it
guide
like one of
her,
those
too.
things where it's like in Schindler's List where there's a hole in the ground underneath it and there's like a big pit where the poop goes?
It's a four-sided structure, about, maybe 2 feet each side of wood,
Yeah, but under
sort
the
of
pit, where
ramshackle.
does the poop go?
You haven't opened it yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is the poop's
Yeah.
got to go somewhere?
I
and
don't-
other
We should
stuff is
open it.
underground.
I guide you.
So
We're
She's checking for traps, and then we're gonna open the door.
We're throwing a gnome down the poop chute.
Which
I know.
no?
She's gonna check for traps, and I'm gonna use thermotherapy to open the door, just so I can say I used it.
We just have to roll for it.
15.
You don't seem like, it doesn't seem to you like there are any traps on this outhouse.
I use
Also, whoever
thermotherapy
has
to
to go should go
slowly and creakily open the door.
Okay, the door slowly creaks open with a... And as you look inside, you see that there is a wooden bench with a hole cut out into it.
See?
Flickering orange light shows through the hole, emanating from somewhere deep below.
Told you the poop's got to go somewhere interesting. Which
Now,
gnome?
where are you? Just wondering.
Well,
So are you all just investigating the outhouse?
Yes.
We're all
We're
crowded
like-
around the end.
we're all around the door, but I don't think anyone has stepped into
No.
it.
Okay.
We did thermotherapy from a distance,
Okay.
Yeah.
from 30 feet, or 10 feet, or so, whatever I can do it from.
I mean, we got to be a little bit closer than that because.
10 feet.
Well, I'm just saying because someone also checked for traps, which I
Yeah.
imagine has
Okay,
to be a
5
little bit
feet.
closer.
Well,
Okay,
we're not
so you're all
inside.
standing outside the
We're all
outhouse.
standing outside the outhouse.
We're gonna
Okay.
die now.
Anybody got to go? I mean, you never know when you're gonna get another opportunity.
That's what I'm saying. Like halfway through that mine, somebody's gonna be like, wait,
I gotta.
I gotta go. It's actually really hard to chainmail. Whole fucking process.
So what are you guys doing?
Poop.
I want to throw a gnome down there.
I'm gonna.
Is that a euphemism for pooping?
Wait. We could tie a rope around a gnome and gently lower them down so that they're not in the poop, but they're
I
like.
suggest you take a look before we throw anyone down there.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but
Let's
I'm
just
just
look
saying,
in
like,
the poop hole.
I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna look down there, we should have a plan of attack.
Is the
and
hole big enough to
lowering-
admit a gnome?
Are you looking? Right now, you're all standing outside an outhouse. There's an entrance to a mine, 30 yards away.
Oh, I wish I
30
could
feet,
get-
sorry.
Just say
So-
keep out. Maybe we just shouldn't go into it.
What, just
And
turn
you're
back
staring
down?
into the outhouse where a orange glow is emanating from the hole.
I'm stepping into the outhouse.
You're stepping into the outhouse. Where is everyone else?
Behind
I'm
her.
standing at the door.
All right, I need dexterity checks for everyone.
I just wanted to go gnome poop fishing.
Well, you may have to.
I was hoping
Nat
to not have
20.
to go down the hole
Okay.
myself.
So are you gonna add your
20 non-natural.
initiative modifier to that?
Your dex modifier.
Yeah.
8.
So you're 20.
20.
Yeah. No, I was just saying to you because this
I got
isn't an
both.
attack.
All
This is.
right. You got an 8. Mike, what did you get?
I got a 21.
You got a 21. All right. So the only person who did very poorly was the person in the outhouse.
The rogue failed the dex check.
I was distracted by the smell of shit.
Gnome shit smells bad.
What's your AC again?
13.
God.
Poop monster.
All right. So the rest of you are thrown back as from the ground emerges a giant purple worm engulfing the outhouse. See me just 1 second while I find the stats on this. So I can...
Engulfing the outhouse?
Engulfing the outhouse.
I'm never gonna get a chance to animate a corpse, am I?
No, you might have a chance.
I'm sorry, I may have just been eaten.
Oh, maybe I can animate you!
You're really small. I wonder if you could just be swallowed whole. I mean, if it fit the whole building.
Do you ever read Mouse Guard?
No, I'm aware of it, but I haven't read it. Did somebody get eaten and then pooped out?
No, there's a scene where a mouse gets eaten by a snake and then stabs its way out of its
You could also maybe do that.
That's my goal.
They did that in Hercules, too.
Yes.
He's like halfway down the throat and then... And it was really dramatic, and then there was 2 more heads, and then it was even more dramatic. It's a
I was
good
kind of
movie.
expecting a poop demon.
18...
Like the stink demon from,
21.
I am
Spirited
also
Away.
disappointed.
The
But
water.
for other
No,
reasons.
I was thinking,
Odell,
more
yes.
You take 29
the
damage.
Golgotha from
I am dead.
Dogma.
All right. And are
Okay.
swallowed by the purple worm.
Oh, God.
Everyone else roll initiative.
We get to all die fast.
I'm gonna get some water.
That was a traumatic beginning.
It said keep out.
I did point that out. I would like to say...
We're not gonna even make it to the cave, are we?
I don't know, I feel like I'm wasting all my good rolls with this
Your
poop
party
monster.
is dead.
Give me 1 sec.
It's just gonna be me and the bear.
If we can get her out, if we can defeat this thing, we might be able to get her out of the worm.
Can I make a death save or no?
You just lost all your hit points in 1 hit?
Yeah. Not now, but later.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you're dead.
Okay, that's fine. I was just curious.
Especially because you take more damage from inside the worm.
From the stomach acid that
Yes.
I'm exposed to?
Pulverizing also. Because
Oh, how exciting.
pulverizing action. Alright, so Dakota?
Our navigator.
Or Carrion, rather.
Also, yeah.
There's a worm in front of you. All of you have managed to remain standing, despite the worm being erupting in front of you.
Okay, can you...
So
I know it was
if
big
I
enough
pull
to
out
swallow
my
the
knitting?
outhouse, but can you give me an idea of the size of the worm? And my distance to the mine entrance.
You're 30 feet away from the mine.
Okay.
The worm is probably about 10 feet in diameter.
Okay, and the worm is between me and the mine, or... No, it's off to the side.
No, there is mine entrance and then this outhouse off to the side.
Yeah.
How big is the mine entrance?
Probably about 10 feet wide.
Okay.
Huh. The question now
So,
is, do you think we
Gil-
could make a run for it?
Well, the worm's 10 feet wide and the entrance is 10 feet wide, so...
Yeah,
And-
but the worm might just be like, screwing it up.
And Gilly's inside the worm right now.
Gilly is...
As far as you know,
whole building is inside the worm.
so you walked to the outhouse. Gilly walked inside, and then this purple worm erupted from the ground, engulfing the outhouse. And you didn't see Gilly hop out, so
So, I mean, we could try running away, but
But
How fast is a
Gilly is
worm?
inside the worm. Are we gonna?
Well, I
I'm
think...
assuming that's something that's big enough to swallow a whole building?
Well, it's a small building.
Maybe not.
what are you gonna do, Karen?
I mean, oh my god. You did so bad on your initiative. You're gonna take forever before you can run. So, I guess... Wait, I don't want to fight this worm. Seems like the wrong thing to do. I feel like we've made nothing but mistakes already.
Would running be the honorable thing?
Following the keep outside would have been the honorable thing, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
My bad.
It's okay. You're
You
a
wanted
rogue.
to go poop fishing.
I want a lot of confusing things. I'm gonna stab it with my magic sword.
Okay.
I'm unhappy about this. Really think we should be running.
So
Then
run.
run.
How does running away work?
You can take an action to disengage,
Yeah,
and
pull
then
the
you won't
shoulder
attack,
blades and
take
run in
attacks of
place.
opportunity as you move away.
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
Okay.
I want to get to the stupid mine. Maybe we can save Gilly with the stone somehow.
Good point.
Alright, so Carrion disengages and runs away.
Yeah.
What does Dandy do?
I guess I'm gonna follow Karen.
Alright. And Trowel?
I'll do the same
Oh, I'm gonna
because...
get eaten.
Alright, so you all run, and the worm descends back into the ground, leaving a sinkhole of pulverized rock as it exits.
Well then.
Adele,
Yeah.
Paladin, Ranger, or Berserker? Or Barbarian?
Ranger.
Alright. Let me just find where I put those real quick. So,
It's
as I need to find where the heck I put them.
Is it fair that while we were
Here we
running,
go.
the only thing I thought is they all run slower than me, so they'll be closer?
So-
You don't have to outrun the monster, just your friend.
Yeah.
I can turn into
As
an
you
animal.
run away from the
It's
worm,
fine, she's still running
you
slower.
see a small figure
Okay.
approach that goes, "Oh, what the heck was that?"
What am I
Is that
again?
Yusla?
You are Droop.
Yeah!
Good old Droop.
Background criminal.
Oh, what class is?
Droop is a ranger.
Out of curiosity, can I read?
You can sort of read Dwarven, because Goblin is constructed of Dwarven script.
Okay, can I read common?
No.
Okay.
We'll say no.
Okay, well, then I can't
Yeah.
tell you about the keep out sign.
Well, no one could really tell you about the keep out sign anymore. It's kind of gone. So, Droop approaches.
Who built an outhouse there?
Play with a worm.
Hi! I remember you!
Droop, buddy.
Where's the other one? The one that gave me food?
She had to take a really big dump.
Okay!
Poop monsters.
What's
got
my
it.
intelligence? Alright, I'm stupid.
Alright, so obviously familiarize yourself with that sheet. And you guys are now standing outside the mine. There is a mine entrance, and there is a large sinkhole that descends into deeper parts of the ground. What would you like to do?
Are there any corpses or skeletons around?
No,
Can you tell me when there is?
maybe.
No.
If there's any?
Never.
This is a goal. I win as long as I animate a dead.
The second I see you going to do one, I promise you, I'm going to hack your head off.
Oh, then
I
we're
don't
gonna
know
fight
what
each other.
this means.
Cool. I'm animating a dead before I die.
Trentwood.
Animating
Trying to get
dead.
awareness.
It's not really
I'm
important,
gonna
but go
remind
ahead.
I'm curious.
For the good of the world, I will kill you if it comes to it.
I could put a magic circle around you and trap you and then kill you in it.
I think I could stab you before you could do it.
So what do you guys want to do?
Sorry.
Now that
I'm plotting to kill
you've
before.
already seen how punishing the Minds of Madness can be.
Yeah.
Reunited with Droop.
Why are we doing this again?
Yeah, let's just go
Everstone?
back to town. Screw this.
Let's go get drunk.
We just go.
What's in there?
Where did you come from?
That way?
Oh. You seem much better equipped now than you used to be.
Droop's been training.
Well, I didn't steal anything.
Nice to hear.
I'm getting flashbacks to the gnome already. They're similar sizes. Oh, shifty.
I pull out an apple.
It's exactly.
Alright, so what would you guys like to
Am I
do?
aware that the Droop isn't Gilly? Can I even tell?
Hey,
He's
Droop, can we call you
substantially
Gilly?
more green.
Okay.
Oh, like Santa's elves.
Can't tell the difference between a gnome and a goblin. Okay.
You racist fucker.
It's actually the opposite of racist.
I don't see color.
Are you
Yeah.
are you literally colorblind? Is that the issue?
I can see why everyone had so much time for this.
I told you, it could go very long or tragically short.
Yeah.
Yes, I probably should've put
Okay,
those
so the
schedules.
entrance to the mine. Is there a... Oh, I have an
Instead of keep
idea.
out.
Is there a
You-
sign on the mine? Is it just a mine? It's
Yeah.
just a hole.
Does it say come in?
I mean, it's,
Welcome
it's
to
a
the Mines
carved out
of
hole. There are
Madness.
some beams
Yeah.
set around the entrance. You don't see any signs remarking whether or not to keep out.
Okay. Well, I have like my default go-to action right now, which is can I throw a piece of meat down the hole, see what happens?
I mean, it's not a hole; it's a cavern.
Oh
so
no,
you
we
can
just lost all
it's
the
not.
beaver pelts.
I probably
Yeah.
sold those in
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, that was actually covered.
Okay. We lost the diamonds
Oh
now.
yeah, all your money.
Oh, our friend's dead, but all her money.
We could have powdered those
Come
diamonds.
back! That armor!
All right. So what do you do?
Throw a piece of meat in the hole.
Okay, you throw a piece of meat into the cavern.
Yep. Anything happen?
Nope.
It's
Okay.
like sitting like 10 feet in front of you on the ground.
Good. Then I walk forward and pick up the piece of meat again and put it back in my pack.
All right.
you don't wanna just
So
keep filling
so
your 10
you
feet?
you approach the entrance. And you see rubble and flinders of rotten wood are piled around the cave about 10 feet wide, 10 foot high. It's just a tunnel carved into the rocky hillside. The floor of the tunnel is covered in loose dirt, and the wooden buttresses and crossbeams that support the tunnel ceiling have seen better days. And so you're now sort of standing at the entrance of the mine, not quite in there yet. Everyone else has... Are you guys approaching with Carrion? Are you standing back?
I'm standing 10 feet back.
Okay.
I will follow Carrion.
Okay.
I am your brave and awesome leader.
I'm not a useful healer if I'm dead.
I would have Droop control maps. We lost our
Too easy.
cartography.
Can Droop, can you draw maps
Of what?
of
We're
where
gonna
we
die.
go?
Well, we know that Droop actually has a pretty good sense of direction. No? I mean, because Droop was the one who led us to the other place.
Yeah, Droop
Droop
has a
is the map.
Yeah,
Cool.
Droop is really good at remembering
Droop
things.
is map. I like that.
Droop is map.
We go Droop.
Now I'm just picturing my character picking up Droop and, like, riding on Droop's back.
Prison tattoo.
Alright. So what are you doing?
I approach the entrance and I look around, take a listen.
Sorry.
Alright,
Stop
so
playing with
you're looking around.
Yeah.
You see that in the rubble flanking around the entrance, there are a couple dead goblins.
What size is a goblin?
Small.
Okay. How dead are they?
They're like, you basically see some like limbs sticking out.
Like,
Are
are they,
they-
like, newish or are they, like, skeletons?
They're fairly fresh.
Are they humanoid?
Yes.
I am gonna sit here for a minute.
Do you want to spend the time to dig out the goblin corpses from the rubble?
Oh, they're in the. You can't get them out.
You would have to dig them out, which is what I'm asking you. In front of
Carry
your
on
other.
without him.
I'm gonna dig one out.
Oh my god.
Give me a strength check.
I'm serious about cutting off his head.
12.
The rubble is too heavy for you to lift on your own.
God damn it.
I
Can
keep
someone
telling
help
him
me?
if he raises the dead, I'm gonna cut off his head.
If we raise
It
this,
took a rhyme.
if we
you
raise
the
this
dead,
thing, we can
I'm
send
going to
it
cut off
ahead
your
of
head.
us, so that if there's traps, it kills the thing that isn't alive.
I trust you not even a little bit with your dead body.
Right?
Not even a little bit. See this? This is more than I
Droop,
trust you.
do you want to help have a minion that we
You're
can
not
control?
murdering Droop to make a zombie.
No, Droop can help dig out.
Droop is tiny.
Droop has some strength. Droop, if this thing can go in front of us, it
How
saves
strong
us.
is Droop?
It protects us.
Droop is strength of 8.
Droop is strength of 8. Droop ain't digging out anything. Don't you mind Crazy Elf, Droop. Don't you mind the Crazy Elf.
He will help us. He will keep us alive.
You are so shit.
I'm just really sad that the dead goblins are there.
You're sad about the dead goblin. Do you want to make him alive again? You want to bring him back to life?
I don't think I'm that dumb.
I don't know. It's worth a try.
Just imagine that.
I want to animate something before
I just
I.
keep thinking, like, he's
you
kind
saying
of
that
crazy
in
ass
chat?
by this point, right?
Okay, no one's helping. Fine.
Nope.
I'm just standing back then.
Other than that, you see, there's this loose dirt on the ground. If you wanted to, you could probably punch down the buttresses, but that's probably not a great idea. Other than that, you don't really see anything else.
Can I hear or smell anything?
You smell earth tones,
Hmm.
and you hear, small, like, that sound when you're in a cave and there's sort of, like, there's a little bit of wind?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I didn't hear big giant worm rumblies.
No, you do not.
Okay. I slowly start walking to the mine.
Okay, you start walking into the mine, and as you do, you see a flash of light come from the ground as you step over it, from beneath the loose dirt.
Crap.
Where was everyone else?
I was.
You
still
mentioned
10
you were
feet
standing back.
You
Where was
followed
Droop?
me.
You were conversing with the
Yeah.
cleric,
Yeah.
and the...
I was like a couple of strides behind her.
Alright, as the ceiling falls in.
Tall friend!
Is she dead?
Tall friend and small
one
friend.
Is
second.
she humanoid?
I need a, I believe a dexterity check from both of you.
12.
Oh, crap.
Okay. So, Carrion, you take 8 damage and are buried under 6 feet of rubble.
Great. Slightly over my head.
But Dandy, you manage to jump back out of the way. You can, you're still, conscious and such. You're not dead yet. My packet just fell
Take
apart.
that.
We
Not
could, if we
dead
had this other goblin, he could have helped us dig you out.
Oh, so do you want to try and dig out your...
I think
Or
one
you
of
can
us
try
should-
and free yourself also.
I think one of us should stand back in case it caves in again. I volunteer.
I guess I'm gonna try and dig myself out. I don't know. I feel like this is such a stupid idea. I don't even want to be immortal. It seems unnatural and wrong. And bad.
We could sell the thing.
I haven't cared about money even a little bit. This whole game. I don't even know
You're
how
a
much I
compulsive
have.
gambler.
I could make.
Yeah, but I just like the thrill of winning and losing. I don't really care about the money.
Yeah, but
I
you
could
need money in order to
animate an
gamble.
immortal corpse.
So what are you guys doing?
I'm just
gonna
standing
go
back.
walk toward the cave, but not go in yet.
Okay. I mean, you can't really because there's this pile of rubble in the way right
Let me see
now.
if I can hear anything.
I
Tall
mean,
friend!
That's all you got.
The tall friend is talking to me.
I'm gonna try and dig myself out.
okay, strength check.
Oh, this is something I might actually do okay on. 12.
12?
Yeah.
You shift some dirt around, but the weight of, like, the 6 feet of dirt on top of you is too much.
I'm gonna start poking into the rubble with my spear. Not quickly, like not enough to stab.
Alright, so
Maybe
you
with
start
the
trying
butt of
to
it.
dig it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like toward the top to try and get the.
Anyone else?
Can you become a badger?
I suppose I could. How would a badger help in this instance? I'm trying to
Might be
think.
better at digging.
Yeah, I'm like I can become a bear, but I don't know how.
Bears are good at digging, aren't they? They dig up like trees.
You could try and dig. You could try and dig as a bear.
Badger hole.
I mean, I guess I will. Yeah, become a bear.
Okay,
instead.
so you shift into a bear and start digging?
Yes.
You roll me a strength check. And gain advantage for the sort of shifting that Carrion did.
Try not to miss.
Oh,
Same
what?
thing.
Okay, so that would be 13.
You manage to clear out the rubble with the help of Carrion and Droop sort of working away at the pile of dirt and rubble.
Okay, I immediately throw a dirt clod at the stupid elf.
I hug the tiefling.
Okay.
I just look at the tiefling.
I threw a dirt clod at you.
I just look and then stop looking.
Pencil?
Alright, so you have successfully walked 10 feet into the mines.
Are we, which side of the dirt pile are we on? Like I'm
You've cleared it to the sides.
Oh, okay.
Essentially.
I didn't know if we just yanked me out.
Actually, no, it's blocked off. I mean, you could spend some time clearing it if you'd like.
This is a terrible idea.
Droop have bad feeling about this.
I agree with Droop. Okay, I'm agreeing with Droop. Can we all just take that as a sign that something is going really poorly in our lives?
If you want, you can leave. That is an option.
This is such a bad idea.
Well, yeah, but these characters are useless to us after today anyway.
Doesn't mean I want them.
Way to metagame.
Yeah, but even without a metagaming, like I don't know.
I
I
mean,
kind of want to stay alive. But
didn't hurt that bad getting hit by the rubble, right?
it wasn't like you
thinking
get
of the
eaten
rubble.
by a worm.
When I was thinking of the problems that we've had so far, the rubble is pretty low to the bottom of the list. It's kind of like worm and then rubble and then like I think my chainmail's chafing me a little bit. But like worm, way up there.
Droop think we must avenge small friend.
Yeah. We really should kill it. Okay.
So do you want to spend the time?
we can just jump through the frickin' sinkhole.
You could do that if you wanted.
I'll follow if you help me dig out a.
Jesus Christ, Greg, we're
Okay,
not
you
animating a
reanimate-
goblin.
Okay, but even if we reanimated it, it's all smushed up. I don't think reanimating it makes it not smushed anymore. Right? It would just be like smushed and laying there. It doesn't have bones to like walk anymore. It's smushed.
It just says target becomes a skeleton if you choose bones, or zombie if you choose a corpse. It
But
doesn't
either
say
way,
any of that
those
being
bones are
smushed.
dust. Pulverized dust.
So what would you guys like to do?
But wait, am I right on that? Like a squished corpse wouldn't be useful. Not that I'm okay with you using corpses, but if you're gonna use a corpse, this isn't even the corpse to be using.
Can we get into the cave or no?
Yeah, I mean, it looks
think we
like
should
you could
just go in
spend
the
some time
cave.
digging out the.
Or we could jump through the sinkhole.
If we're gonna die, we might as well go into the cave instead of just into some worm's belly.
We don't know that the worm is like just sitting there. And it wouldn't be expecting us to attack it from its own home. We could have the advantage.
Well, attack it from the inside.
Just saying, if we're gonna be stupid, we should go full stupid.
Fair enough.
Roar.
At this point, I'm angry. Everything is terrible. I just need to stab something. My day's not been great. I vote we
Do we
join it.
know about how deep that sinkhole is? Or I have not a clue.
We haven't even gone near it yet.
I mean,
Well,
it's.
I'm not sure when we were near it, when we jumped out of the way, if we looked down and saw it.
I mean, you saw the worm emerging, and then as
But,
it.
like, a sinkhole isn't like a hole in the ground. A sinkhole is like loose stuff
Well,
that you
Well, hole in the
You-
ground, pit hole, then.
it's sort of.
sucking down
Yeah.
stuff. Right?
Yeah. I mean, do you want to go look at the worm chute, or do you want to dig out the entrance?
I think we should dig out the entrance.
Everything in there is erotic. I'm just gonna cave it. Fine.
Okay. Are you all digging out the entrance?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. You can clear it out in about an hour,
Okay.
and you can now see into further down the cavern.
Okay.
You see where there was where that light shone out, the dirt sort of cleared away, and you see that there was this rune written into the ground. Do any of you speak Dwarvish?
I read
Goblin.
some Dwarven. I need to make a check for that.
What's it say, little buddy?
Pat.
And with that, the rune fades, glows bright for a second, and fades away. You know that Pax means great.
It means really good.
Okay, well, good is better, right? I mean, the other sign said keep out. The sign says good, so maybe we keep going the way that says okay.
Sure.
Alright, so you walk into the mines?
Yes.
Alright, you walk into the mines, and
Wait, question. Great like good or great like?
great like powerful.
Okay, not like.
It was
Not
often
a
attributed to Dwarven kings.
Okay, not like a great.
No.
Okay.
No. Not like there are these bars.
Yeah.
No. So you walk into the mine, the walls are clearly sort of tunneled out, and you're able to walk about 50 feet before you come to a cross in the path. You can see the cavern extends both to your left, to your right, and forwards.
It's a cavern or it's a crossroads?
Yeah, it's...
Both.
Yes. There's a cavern, and then the cavern splits off in 3 directions.
Oh, okay.
Is there any markings on the walls over there that we can see? Anything at all? No?
Not really any markings, no. It's pretty standard tunnel.
Do we all have dark vision?
Yes.
I believe so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't believe that you do. I assume since you all have dark vision that you don't actually have a torch out or anything.
No.
No.
Okay.
I can put a torch out if we want it, but
I
that
don't
would
think
just
we
make
need it,
us,
yeah.
make
Is it
us
just
obvious.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would draw attention.
Yeah, because I have that light mace. That gives off light, doesn't it? If I
Oh yeah, if you say the
incantation, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So let's.
Are they
look at
all
a
like
cabin.
equally like raggedy and worn down looking, like with the rotten wood and stuff, or any of them look newer?
No, they all look about the same age. Like they're all in the same state of like. Again, it looks like you could probably smack down a buttress to cause a collapse if you wanted to, but it doesn't look like they're about to fall just of their own volition at any
Okay.
point.
Can't hear anything, can't smell anything.
Do we want to look around and make sure there's none of those ceiling suckers, whatever they were called?
The Zubats?
Yeah, the
I
Zubats.
don't think there's any.
I'm gonna use just kind of a look around
Okay, perception.
perception check.
Look for Zubats.
Are they actually called Zubats?
They're
No.
sturges, is what they were called.
But
Yeah.
they're basically Zubats.
15.
Alright, you don't see anything particularly, like, standoutish.
Okay.
It's, there's, carved ceilings, tunnels,
Okay, if there's carved ceilings, then there's nothing on
well,
those ceilings.
hewn.
Crap, does any of us have chalk? Is that something that comes in the pack, or was that like a Gilly specific
There was
item?
a Gilly
You probably have
specific-
chalk.
Oh, we have chalk?
Okay. No, we have chalk. Game God says we have chalk.
You were able to pick up some chalk.
You've learned.
Yeah. Gilly was like, listen, assholes, I'm not making the map by myself this time. No, because I'm just thinking we should use that trick and mark it down. Because
Yeah.
something called the Place of Madness makes me think we're going to get lost really quick.
Yeah.
Although it's going to be like that movie Labyrinth where like something comes around and moves all the markings around just to dick with us. Who cares?
Alright, so what are you doing?
The survey says we go straight. We should just keep going straight, right?
Sure.
So,
Droop sound different.
Huh?
what?
Droop sound different.
Have cold.
No, Droop have learned more things and talks better now.
Oh.
Along
Sounded
with
awfully
becoming
a
a
lot
ranger.
like Gilly, though.
Less suspicious.
Alright, so you proceed forward. You see the cave sort of spirals around as you proceed further into it. until eventually you come out into another room. You see, as you come into the room, that the floor of this 20-foot-high cave raises in the middle, creating a 10-foot-high rocky shelf. Broken picks and shovels. Oh, by the way, did you mark anything when you went through the...
Oh, yeah, that's why I said I found a chalk.
Well, you didn't actually say if you marked.
Okay.
Remember.
Well, that's what I was saying. We should mark it when I... Okay, yeah.
So you marked
I will
that...
be clear.
You marked that you went in that direction.
Yeah.
We have chalk. All right. Toss the chalk out of the way.
We have chocolates, memorial to Gilly.
I got distracted with the metagaming discussion
So,
of how we got chalk.
The floor of this 20-foot-high cave raises in the middle, creating a 20-foot-high rocky shelf. Broken picks and shovels are haphazardly scattered about.
Is it 20-foot-high shelf or 10-foot-high shelf?
10-foot-high shelf, 20-foot-high cave.
Okay.
There are also, to your left and right, you see the cave. Once again, this is sort of a bit larger area in the cave, but tunnels branch off in either direction.
Never hurts to just look around again, I guess, and just keep perception checking out the rooms.
Yeah,
Unless the DM says elsewise.
Are goblins from underground? Where do goblins come from?
Don't see shit.
Occasionally. Some goblins are from
Are
underground
you from
caves.
underground?
Droop's a hill goblin.
Thank you. I didn't know if you had a backstory.
I mean,
No, I was-
you know a lot of Droop's backstory already.
No, I was just wondering if anyone was, like, better at, like, tunnels than anyone else.
So you look around?
I went like this, I didn't see anything.
Okay.
Alright.
Trowel puts his hand over his eyes for some reason.
Perception check.
Okay.
Investigate.
Alright, so you're just looking around?
That's my way of saying I failed horribly.
Is that perception or investigation?
Perception.
Good. I'm fairly wise. 11. Do I get my proficiency bonus for that?
Is perception marked on there?
Yeah.
Then yes.
13.
Alright, so you look around. You can't really see that much in the cave. You can't really see on top of the shelf because it's 10 foot high and you're like 3.5 feet tall.
Than me.
In terms of intelligence or wisdom?
Intelligence.
What's your intelligence?
And wisdom. God damn.
10.
Droop should be leading
You're
us.
just as smart as me.
I think Gilly was the smartest. Just maybe not, but not very wise.
I'm very wise, I'm just not smart.
Can we elect Droop party leader?
So what would you like to do?
Droop, what should we do?
Droop, wisest of us all.
So there's lots of shovels and there's a big thing in the middle.
There's this shelf.
Yeah.
Like you can't see up there. You could probably climb up there fairly easy because it's only 10 feet high.
Is it like a sheer face or is there stairs?
I mean, there's not stairs, but it's sort of carved out.
Oh,
You
we
wanna
should
throw
throw
meat?
something.
Yeah. You want to throw meat up onto the shelf? See
Yeah,
if
I
something
have that
eats
dusty
it?
piece of meat that I was
Okay,
throwing for.
you throw a piece of meat on top of the up to the top of the shelf.
Does anything happen?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, you see like some like dust.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, like, if there was, like, a weird animal, it might be attracted to,
Yeah.
like, sudden smell of meat or sudden movement.
All right.
Makes me feel better.
All right.
I'm not the smartest. The meat comforts me.
Okay.
That's not the weirdest thing I've said.
So, what do you do now that you've thrown this piece of meat?
Boost up one of the tiny people. I boost up.
Are you still a bear?
Yes.
Well, we only got one tiny people who's still tiny, so... Droop!
Why is Droop in front?
Droop, you are the wisest of us all, so you have to lead us. I don't... Okay,
Droop
wait.
stands a little straighter.
How big is Droop?
Droop's 3'5".
Okay, great. So I don't even have to put you up there. I can just pick you up so you can see. I licked Droop over my head.
Yeah, I guess you can technically do that. It's a little weird, but sure.
It's not weird. Why is that
We're
weird?
secretly ice dancers.
Well, because to get him up over the edge, assuming you have like 1.5-inch arm or 1.5 like arms,
Yeah.
you're like holding him up and his feet are on your palms rather than because you can't lift him up from like his waist and he'll still be
I
able
was
to see
thinking
over
the way
top.
you lift up cheerleaders, yeah.
Well, yes, that's if you're just holding him by the waist, then he's only about a foot and.
Cheerleaders, you go like,
Yeah, like the
mid
Yes,
step.
yes, that's why I'm saying it's a little funny, like imagining the tiefling
Yeah,
with the
whatever.
goblin just like ah.
Okay.
All right, so
See,
all
Droop?
I need a cartoon of that.
I will do that.
right, so Droop, as you look over onto the shelf, you can see two
Also,
nests
like,
made of straw and other detritus. They look to contain like these eggs that are like that biggish and speckled and look almost like rocks.
Can I
Break one?
roll to identify them?
Sure. That would be an intelligence check.
Good.
Nice.
Wisest of us all.
And you have nature, correct?
I do have nature.
You can add your proficiency.
I'm doing so.
What is?
18.
My wisdom.
These are cockatrice eggs.
Does that tell me anything at all?
Do you know what a cockatrice is?
Wisdom
Me
is
personally?
16.
I
It
mean,
really is the wisest.
Yes,
of
I
us
do
all.
know what a cockatrice is.
so Droop has the general idea of what a cockatrice is, given that he was able to identify these eggs.
Droop is also as charismatic as me.
I will convey this to my party.
Oh yeah, you've met Droop? He's pretty
Guys!
charismatic.
Their
Rar?
passive wisdom.
We either... This is maybe a problem, or maybe lunch.
Okay, I like one of those options. So, we don't... Do you see the thing that laid the eggs?
I do not see the cockatrice, no.
Okay,
We should just keep moving.
Well. Okay.
Well,
Here's the only thing that I'm thinking. Is that the thing must be in here. If we take its eggs, then maybe if it tries to attack us, we can, like, throw the eggs real quick, and it might go for the eggs before going for us.
I saw that episode of Star Trek.
Or it will be more angry?
Okay, I'm just saying that if it sees us and it has eggs in this area, it's gonna be pissed no matter
I'm
what.
really curious what a cockatrice is, because it can't be a flying thing, because...
No, cockatrice
there's
is like a rooster snake hybrid monster, right?
Oh, okay.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Woo! I only know that out of game, and also now because Drew told me.
Yeah.
Droop say we flee.
Flee with or without the eggs?
No eggs.
No eggs?
Alright, so do you head back the way that you came, or do you want to go down the left or the right?
Sorry, what?
I'm
What?
gonna grab a shovel while we're in this room.
Okay, you can grab a shovel.
Cool.
Alright, so where are you going? Your choices are to go back the way you came, or you can it branches off to the left and to the right.
And we can't really, like, see or hear anything from either of those
Nope.
directions? Goodness gracious. Is everyone looking at me? Droop is the wise
I
one.
flip a coin.
Cool.
Oh, a three-sided coin? Which way do you go?
Is it heads or tails?
I...
We go right.
Okay.
Okay, you proceed to the right.
Oh, I mark it as we go.
Okay. Again, the cave sort of spirals down as you go, and you open up, and it eventually opens up into another room. This one, less of a more hollowed-out cave, and seems to be an actually carved-out room. This enormous square room has smooth brick-lined walls and a 20-foot-high ceiling, festooned with thick cobwebs. The floor is littered with tools and mining apparatus. More than a dozen animated dwarf skeletons wander about, pushing wooden minecarts, rolling barrels, and performing other chores under the supervision of a skeletal dwarf standing on a barrel, carrying a diamond-tipped pick. Equally spaced along the southern wall are three identical oaken barrels with iron handles and hinges.
I side-eye the cleric. Like, did you do this?
I wish.
Oh, wait, I get this. This is one of those things. You can
And
live forever, but you don't stay, like, young or healthy forever. So,
Now,
like,
you guys, as you didn't say you were sneaking anything, you enter the room,
you just walk
and, well, yeah, because you didn't say
No,
that
I
you're
didn't
being
say.
sneaky. Yeah.
sneaking. Can I even sneak?
No.
Is that a physical
Yeah,
possibility
sneak,
with all the
clank,
metal?
clank, clank, clank.
So, as you enter, you see the dwarf skeleton on the barrel looks at you, and he has this piece of parchment in his hand, and he waves at you and goes, "Finders keepers! Finders keepers!" And then the dwarfs hop up, and all sort of look at you now, and roll initiatives.
Oh, I can't do anything now before fighting?
I mean, you didn't do anything sneaky, so you just sort of walked in.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I have a garnet. I can't, like, try and bribe him? Or give him some
Can
gold
you
or something?
distract the dwarf with a shiny?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just saying, I have a bunch of gold. I'd be willing to give some up to not get stabbed.
Easily distracted dog. Hey boy, here, go get it.
I have managed to distract or persuade a bunch of things to not eat or stab me by throwing either meat or money at them. I'm just going to defend my position with saying that.
By the way, from the count of it, there are 14 dwarf skeletons in the room,
Riggedy frack.
not including the one on the barrel. For your information, because I assume you're looking up Turn Undead,
Yeah.
the room is about 60 feet by 60 feet.
Well, I'm seeing if there's a limit to things I can turn.
I'm uncertain.
I don't think there was when there was all those other skeletons at one time.
We never had 14 though.
All right. But first of all goes the dwarf on the barrel, who tucks his pick away for a second and pulls out a small axe and tosses it at you.
It should be an axe in a mine.
Who's you?
So that's going to be a 12 to hit on Carrion. I assume that misses.
Yep.
All right. The throwing axe just goes wide and glances against the wall. Dandy.
You're the smart one.
And
How did you let us this happen to us?
I'm not smart. I'm wise. There's a difference.
You're both compared to me. Type intelligence is a 9 minus 1.
Oh, I am the smartest one now.
Yeah.
You're a bear. You can't do anything.
I'm the wisest, but
I will attack the dwarf who just do the axe.
All right. So you run up to the dwarf on the barrel.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I feel betrayed by your leadership.
Go ahead and luckily it was before the dwarves were able to sort of gang up, so you're able to make your way to him.
11 and 15.
The 15 hits.
So 12 damage.
What kind of damage?
Slashing.
Okay. So you wham your I assume it's your claw into the side of this dwarf and sort of slash at its armor scraps. And you see, dust sort of leak out as a couple ribs just chip off. That was 12, correct?
Correct.
All right. Droop.
Let me see if I can throw a spear or not.
You can.
Okay.
What's on there is custom, so.
Okay. I'm gonna throw a spear
Okay.
at the one that, probably not the one the bear's attacking. Are you attacking the big one?
It was the one who threw the axe.
The one in charge?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm
Karen.
gonna throw a spear at that one.
Okay. At the one that the bear
Yeah.
just attacked. Okay. What'd you get?
I rolled a 1.
Okay. Roll again. Okay. What's your dexterity?
My dexterity or my dexterity bonus?
Dexterity bonus. Okay. You manage to you fling one of your short spears at the dwarf, and while it glances right over the head of your bear companion and actually manages to sever like one single fur that's standing up like a cowlick, you don't hit your friend. Trowel.
Do we want to take this thing out fast? Because I'd be firing into combat again.
That's up to you.
Fuck it. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Oh, right. I forgot to mention. There's also towards the north side of the room there is a chasm.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at the one that the bear is attacking. I have to make a ranged spell attack.
Oh, you're not gonna do the turn undead?
No. 16.
It's his choice.
Yeah.
16, you said?
Yeah.
That hits.
Does that not work on a big group?
Well, that is my channel divinity, which means then the healing or all that. I think if we take down the leader, then the others would kind of just stop. And if that's not, then we can use turn undead.
Roll me religion. Sounds like a great idea.
Oh! Freaky frat.
All right, so you cast your guiding bolt. What does guiding bolt do?
On target hit, the target takes 4d6 radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against
Okay,
target.
the skeleton just explodes in this rust-colored divine light.
Oh, I don't get the roll?
Nope.
Oh.
It has its helmet falls to the ground. You see its diamond pick fall to the side, and the scrap of paper it's holding sort of gently glides back down. Yeah. Oh, right. By the way, this was the guy that you were looking at.
Cool. Where'd you get that art?
It was there. It's in the adventure.
Oh.
I don't need to rely on you for all of my art.
No, I was just saying,
Yeah.
because it doesn't look like the rest of the stuff in, the
Yeah.
handbooks.
Alright, so, yes, so, Trowel does that. And I assume just spent like a level 3 spell for that.
No, that's a level 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I have 4 slots of those.
All right. Carrion, you're up.
So right around me is...
So basically, various points around the room, there are these dwarf skeletons. They haven't managed to make it towards you guys yet.
Okay, so... And this is just a room, but it doesn't have a door or anything.
No, just, like... Again, it's mostly tunnels. Well, there actually are a couple doors on the south side of it.
Okay.
But...
Not helpful. Oh, I do have my Morning Star. That's good. Because I remember this last time. For some reason, I do better with that when it's a skeleton. Because the sword doesn't really help much. Because slashing damage on a thing with no goop in it.
Well, it's more... Smashing is better on things made of bone.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Rather than slashing not being as great, it's that smashing is particularly effective.
Yeah.
But so, okay.
I don't know if I reasoned it out that well, but...
Fair enough. All right. Carrion thinks, like...
Carrion whips out the Morning Star because I have all of the weapons, and... Yeah, I'm gonna take a swack at the nearest skeleton.
Okay.
That's a 14.
That hits.
I'm like trying to remember because I keep going to grab my stuff for my magic sword.
Yep.
Not the right stuff.
It's a D6 for a Morning Star?
D6.
Oh, alright.
Why?
Oh, seems a little low, but...
I might be wrong.
I
pretty much have never used it.
Roll the D6.
Roll the D6. It might be a D8. I might have screwed that up. Well, I got a 6.
Okay.
So...
Smash!
And it's a D8 next time around.
Oh, it's a D8.
Doesn't matter. The skeleton, is smashed to pieces anyway as you bring your morning star down into its skull. Alright. Do you do anything else?
No.
Okay. So the skeletons, a bunch of them pile around each one of you as more of them stand in the back and throw axes. So, coming at Carrion, that is a 20, a natural 20, and a 17.
Does not hit. Suck it.
Okay, so that is...
I'll take what I can get.
5. Alright, that's 9 damage to you, Carrion.
Ooh, fun.
Coming at Dandy is 10 versus AC, 21 versus AC, and 7 versus AC.
I still have my 2 potions from last time.
The 21 hits.
Yeah, what was the last one?
7.
Oh yeah, just that.
Okay, 3 damage to Dandy. Coming at Trowel. 12 versus AC,
No.
21 versus AC,
Yes.
and no.
Something so bad he dare not speak it.
2 damage to Trowel. And versus Droop. 24, 16, and 23.
All those hit.
Okay. 5, 7, 15 damage to Droop. Oh, and I forgot one. One more Carrion, because he's a big guy. Yeah, Carrion gets another hit.
Droop is sad.
Droop, Carrion, additional 8 damage.
Can you give me that pencil?
Yes.
Why do I have initial damage?
Because there was one more skeleton and you were the big thing in the room. Actually, that probably should have been the cleric, because the cleric did the big exploding light thing. 8 more damage to you.
Haha! Suck it, cleric.
You get 8 damage, you get 8 damage,
Everybody gets 8 damage.
Alright, Dandy. There are 2 skeletons around you, and 1 skeleton in the back tossing an axe at you.
I will attack one of the adjacents. 12 and 21.
The 21 hits.
10 slashing.
Another dwarf is just smashed, and the claw is hardly connected. It's just the sheer force of the bear paw coming down that just sends it tumbling apart. Droop.
Can I stab something with a spear? Or do I have to use a sword?
You could stab something with a spear.
Okay, so I can
Yeah, you could also judge it, or you could use the short swords too.
You might be better off with your freaking shovel.
Can I dual wield the short sword?
You can dual wield short swords.
I'm gonna do
Oh, wait,
that.
you have a morning star too.
I have a mace.
There we go.
Duke is a badass.
13.
That hits. Only the first one hits.
9.
Droop smashes a goblin. Or smashes a skeleton. My bad.
Proud of you. I feel like a little tear comes to my eye seeing how Droop has grown up.
My personality trait is Droop is a super great
How
goblin.
close are all those guys to me?
What?
How close are
I
they to
need you to
me?
read this.
I had fun with Droop.
Droop is gonna do great things. Maybe. What's happening to me? I mean,
Trowel.
Is anyone within 15 feet of
Yes.
what is primeval awareness?
Both Droop and
me? I
Carrion are.
I can, like,
I cast Spirit Guardian.
if I
Okay.
use that feat, I can, like, detect elementals.
Essentially what happens, one action, requires concentration up to 10 minutes. You call forth spirit that protects you, floats around you 15 feet for radius from you. I designate, essentially, you can cast a spell, you can designate any number of creatures you can see. I designate my companions to be unaffected by it, because I can see all 4 of them.
Okay, so what's it do?
The first time... Okay, an affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when a creature enters the area for the first time on a turn, or starts their turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 radiant damage.
Jesus.
Yeah, 3d8 radiant damage. So
All
everything that enters, so it's basically everyone that is not my companions.
Okay.
So once their turn starts, they have to make a saving throw.
Okay.
On successful save, they still take half the damage.
Okay.
That's a level 3.
This seems like overkill for, like, I'm really surprised you're not using Turn Undead for the room full of skeletons, but, okay.
15 of them. We might as well just take them all out.
Are you, like, how many, I guess this is, like, terrible metagaming. I mean, how many times do you get to use a level 3?
Twice.
So you're wasting one of them in, like, the very beginning
Turn
of
Undead might not turn. They still, if they make their save, they can still attack us. So, and there's 15 of them making a save.
Well, now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, I'm still
But
gonna
I'm
use
saying,
it.
even if it was, like, half of them made it, which last time it was way worse than, it was, like, less than half. I mean, you do you, but, like, we're gonna, like, fight something way bigger and scarier later, and you're gonna be like...
if I use the Turn Undead,
give
then
you
that's
2 spells, right?
22 HP healing that I can't use on people.
Yes. Okay.
I have 2 potions. No, you do you. Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay, so he does that. Then that's your turn, right?
Yep.
Alright, Carrion.
You're gonna smash a thing with the thing on a stick or a chain or whatever it is with the Morning Star.
Stick.
Smashing it.
No, wait. Yeah.
Is
Stick.
it?
Stick.
Yes.
I always get that confused, like which is on the chain and which is on the stick.
The flail is on a chain. Morning Star is on the stick.
What's the difference between a mace and a Morning Star then?
Mace is just sort of a generic. It's like how a square is a rectangle.
A Morning Star has spikes. Specifically, a mace can have various different shapes.
I thought the
Gotcha.
Morning Star was on like a chain and a mace wasn't.
That's what I really thought too, is that it was on a chain.
You have a spiked ball on some sort of implement, and you're
I have
using
a
it.
smashing implement, and I will
Yes.
smash with it. Carrion smash. Carrion smash skeleton.
Carrion is smashing.
Carrion is not smashing.
No? Okay.
Carrion rolled a 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Carrion probably doesn't smash. Unless you have something else that can boost it.
You're within range of me, so it's whatever's near you is probably just gonna die when it's their turn.
Huh?
Because of Spirit Guardians, you're within my 15-foot radius, so everything
Oh.
attacking you is just probably gonna die anyway, because they seem
Yeah,
to
then
be
I guess
going
I'm not gonna
down
use a
pretty
maneuver then.
easily.
Guess I'm just gonna fail to smash. Cleric seems to think I'll be okay.
Alright, so
Be suspicious.
they have to make a
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
What's the DC on that?
My DC 14.
Okay. Just roll damage now. Alright, what was your damage?
18. The ones who pass take...
Yeah, okay. So you see, basically, the skeletons in front of Carrion, Droop, and Trowel explode. The ones in front of Dandy are too far away to do so.
Dandy, I'm still concentrating on this thing. I can concentrate up to 10 minutes if you just walk to me. And,
Alright, however, there were still a bunch in the back throwing axes. So, 1 axe at Carrion. Nope. one normal attack at Dandy, which is a 16, and then a 19 for an axe. I was assuming those both hit.
They do.
Alright, that is 6 damage in total. One axe at Droop, which is 12 to hit.
Nope.
And 2 axes at the Cleric. 19 and 15.
19 hits, 15 doesn't.
Okay. 6 damage.
Should I roll to see if I keep concentration, or do I just lose it?
Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
21.
Alright, yeah, you're fine. Dandy!
Anytime, the first time they enter my 15-foot radius, they have to do those saving throws. So if you just come towards me and they're following you, they'll enter my 15-foot radius if they melee, and they'll have to take the damage.
I'm just gonna hit it.
Okay.
That was 11 and 17.
Okay. The 17 hits.
8 damage.
8?
Slashing. Yeah.
Alright, you bring another paw down upon the skeleton, but it does not quite break. It is looking quite shaky.
For reference, if you take damage while concentrating on a spell, you must make a Constitution saving throw to maintain your concentration.
Constitution rather than wisdom.
Equals 10 or half the damage you take, whichever number is higher.
Okay, so you probably would have made it anyways.
Yeah,
even though
because I was 17 natural.
Yeah,
one.
okay. Alright, Droop.
Is there another one near me, or are they distant?
They're all the ones in front of you. Well, the one in front of you blew up. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them standing in the back, tossing axes, and one of them next to the bear.
I'm gonna throw another spear.
Okay. What?
One of the ones throwing axes at me.
The one throwing specifically at you.
Yes.
Okay.
I rolled 1 again.
Okay. Yeah. Your spear just flies off and smashes against the wall and actually cracks in half. Trowel.
I go into Drew? Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's how it's been going for the.
I just need to keep track of
Can you
mine.
walk and concentrate?
Yes.
I'm just gonna walk 35 movements into the room and keep concentrating
Okay.
towards the things that are throwing axes.
And the spirit is on you, right?
Yes, it's self 15 radius. I don't know if it hits him yet, but
All right. Carrion.
Cleric lied to me.
they all died around you.
All of them are
Yeah.
me? Oh, okay.
Well, yes, but there was only 2 next to you.
So.
The axe throwing ones.
The axe throwing ones are about 60 feet away.
Oh, crap. Okay. Are those the nearest ones?
Those are the only remaining ones.
There's the one next to the bear.
Oh, so I guess I'm gonna go help the bear.
Okay.
So I go over and I swing my thing.
Okay.
Swing the thing, swing the thing. Eight.
That does not hit. All right.
Maybe
Axes.
that hit.
Well, first, so 1 axe at Carrion, 13 to hit.
No.
Pick at Dandy, 10. Axe at Dandy, 20.
20 hits.
4 damage. Axe at Droop,
Are you down?
Hmm?
Are you down?
It didn't hit me.
Oh, okay.
21 versus Droop.
That hits.
5 damage.
Obviously down if I can't stand up without falling over.
The way you said no, I thought maybe you would.
And 2 axes at
No, it didn't
at
hit.
Trowel. It's a 7
No.
and a natural 20.
Yes.
6 damage. Dandy.
Finish off this guy.
No one had to tell me.
It's a 20 and a 23.
Okay. Yep. Those both hit.
8.
All right. This is the one that you already hit before.
Yeah.
It smashed apart. All right. Droop.
I'm gonna throw another spear. 20.
Hit.
Not natural. 8.
You chuck your spear at one of the dwarves, and while it hits, it's a spear and it sort of glances off the ribs and doesn't seem like it was
I
as
was
quite.
hoping I could spit him and he'd be running around with a spear through his ribcage.
Well, you're throwing it, so.
I can have
Yeah.
goals.
Okay. Trell.
I assume that they're just like in a line?
Pretty much.
I just go stand between two of them.
Okay. You can move 35 feet?
I can move 35.
Okay, yeah, you can manage that. And then it's Carrion's turn.
Oh, actually, I lied.
Oh, you lied?
Because I need to make Constitution. I took damage. 12.
Okay.
Do I
Yeah.
have-
You're fine.
Okay, so then yeah, I do what I said I did.
Okay. Carrion, it is your turn now.
Ah! I am smashing a thing with a thing. No, actually, I'm not. I have to move toward them, don't I?
Yeah.
So.
How much can you move?
Speed.
30.
Oh, 30. Okay.
Oh, you can manage to make it to one of the skeletons.
Yeah.
Oh, you have
So-
25.
It's weird how weighed down I am and yet how quickly I can move.
You're an athlete.
That's true. And then I'm gonna smash a thing.
Okay. Go ahead and smash.
My stupid weapon that I'm no good with. Stupid weapon. 16.
Alright, that hits.
Yes, stupid weapon did it.
Hooray, stupid weapon.
I don't know what it is. It's a mace, it's a morning star, it's a thing that smashes and I hate it.
I mean, you could call it whatever you want.
I call it smashy thing that's stupid.
Okay.
5.
I'd call it
Alright,
even.
another dwarf is sent to pieces. And now, go ahead and just roll damage first, Trell.
14.
14?
Yep, so 7 to 7.
Okay, so,
Back on my nose.
in
DC
saving
14.
DC 14. Yeah, they all explode. Nice. Now, what is this thing? It's called Guardian Spirit?
Spirit Guardians, it's right here.
Okay.
Read it.
I'm just wondering.
Lower left.
Okay, so you're seeing these sort of. You'd think that they're fey, but they look almost more like in little fairies, but they look almost insectine. And they're sort of the color of tarnished silver. Alright, but you have managed to clear out this room, and now as you take a better look around, again, there's the various stuff that the large dwarf skeleton dropped on the ground. You see there is a pit towards the northern part of the room that opened into another area. The pit extends past the barrier of the room, and there are also 3 doors towards the south.
Are there any skeletons still intact?
No, you've smashed them all.
Can I retrieve any of my spears?
You can retrieve all but one of them.
Yeah, broke it.
So what would you like to do?
What about the piece of paper the guy dropped?
Do you pick up the piece of paper?
We'll check for traps.
I can't even read that thing on the piece of paper, probably, but I'm gonna pick up the piece of paper.
Goblin?